Paradise by Toni Morrison. Introduction. Paradise, published in 1998, is the final novel in Toni Morrison's acclaimed trilogy that includes Beloved and Jazz. Set primarily in the all-black town of Ruby, Oklahoma, the story spans multiple generations and explores themes of isolation, racial purity, and gender dynamics. The novel opens with a shocking act of violence as 9 men from Ruby attack a nearby former convent now inhabited by a group of unconventional women. Through a non-linear narrative and multiple perspectives, Morrison delves into the complex history of Ruby, founded by descendants of free slaves, and its tense relationship with the women at the convent. Paradise examines the paradoxical nature of utopian communities, the legacy of trauma, and the power struggles that arise from rigid ideologies. Summary. Paradise is set mainly in the all-black town of Ruby, Oklahoma, and a nearby former convent. The story covers several generations, focusing on the town's history and its complicated relationship with the women living at the convent. The novel starts in 1976 with a shocking event. 9 men from Ruby attack the convent, which is home to a group of unusual women. The story jumps back and forth in time to show what led to this violent moment. Ruby was founded in 1950 by 15 families who left another all-black town called Haven. They brought with them an oven that becomes a symbol of their community. The founders are descendants of freed slaves and have a strong belief in racial purity, valuing dark skin and making outsiders feel unwelcome. The town's history is filled with trauma, dating back to 1890 when the founders were rejected by their own people after leaving their original homes in Louisiana and Mississippi. This rejection, called the disallowing, becomes a key story for Ruby's residents. The convent, located 17 miles from Ruby, has its own unique history. Originally built by an embezzler, it was later taken over by nuns. After the last nun died, the place was informally given to Consolata, Connie, who had been raised by the nuns after being kidnapped from Costa Rica. Over time, Connie takes in a diverse group of troubled women seeking refuge from their painful pasts. These women include Mavis, who accidentally killed her babies, Gigi, who is searching for meaning, Seneca, who escaped an abusive relationship, and others. The novel explores tensions between Ruby and the convent, as well as conflicts within Ruby itself. The older generation, represented by the powerful Morgan twins, Deacon and Stewart, clings to traditional values and racial purity. Meanwhile, younger residents challenge these ideas, leading to disagreements about the town's future. As the story unfolds, we learn about various characters' backgrounds and what shaped Ruby. The town faces internal struggles over issues like the Vietnam War, civil rights, and changing social norms. At the same time, the convent becomes a healing space for the women who find their way there. The climax of the novel occurs with the attack on the convent. This violence is driven by fear from town leaders who see the women's independence as a threat to Ruby's way of life. The aftermath raises questions about what paradise truly means. Throughout Paradise, Morrison explores themes of racial identity, gender roles, faith, and the search for a perfect community. She uses different perspectives and non-linear storytelling to create a complex narrative that encourages readers to think about the dangers of exclusion and the importance of acceptance. The book ends with some mysterious elements as the bodies of the women from the convent disappear and are seen by their families in various places. Connie finds herself in a place called Paradise, watching new arrivals come to continue their work. Paradise serves as a powerful exploration of community, identity, and the human desire for belonging while also critiquing the risks of isolation and rigid beliefs. Based on the search results and the information provided, here's a breakdown of the themes, metaphors, genre, and conclusion of Toni Morrison's Paradise themes. 1. Racial purity and exclusion. The novel explores the concept of racial purity through Ruby's founders, who value dark skin and practice their own form of discrimination against outsiders. 2. Gender and power. The story contrasts the patriarchal structure of Ruby with the matriarchal community at the convent, examining how gender influences power dynamics. 3. Paradise and utopia. Morrison investigates the idea of paradise and its costs, showing how the pursuit of a perfect community can lead to isolation and violence. 4. Trauma and history. The novel delves into how historical trauma shapes communities and individuals across generations. 5. Freedom and self-determination. The characters' search for freedom and the ability to define their own lives is a central theme. 6. Love and acceptance. Morrison emphasizes the importance of love and acceptance in creating a true paradise. Metaphors. 1. The oven symbolizes the community's shared history and values, but also becomes a point of contention between generations. 2. The convent represents an alternative way of living, free from patriarchal control and racial divisions. 3. Ruby. The town itself serves as a metaphor for the American dream and its limitations. Genre. Paradise is primarily classified as literary fiction. It also falls under historical fiction, African American literature, and magical realism. Conclusion. The novel concludes with ambiguous supernatural elements. The bodies of the convent women disappear, and they are seen by their families in various locations. Connie finds herself in a place called Paradise, watching new arrivals come to fulfill their endless work. This ending leaves readers to ponder the true nature of paradise and the consequences of exclusion and rigid ideologies. The conclusion reinforces the novel's themes of redemption, the complexity of human nature, and the power of love and acceptance. It challenges readers to reconsider their notions of paradise and community, suggesting that true harmony comes from embracing diversity rather than enforcing uniformity. Thank you for watching.